What's good? What's good? What's good? So there are so many FICO scores, right? FICO 2, FICO 4, FICO 5, FICO 8, FICO 9, FICO 10. And you're confused on why I have different scores over here, over there, that bank, over there, that bank, why they pulling this when it comes to the mortgage. And you're just all confused. Well, I'm going to give you the information because information changes situations. So you already know what time it is. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to the #1 credit educational channel. Hey, my name is Dave, where I show you how to remove negative items off your credit report, how to build a relationship with those banks, and how to get to that money. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down the FICO score, right? I'm gonna give you a clear vision on what the FICO score is made of. Also, I'm gonna break down the different type of FICO models so you can have a better understanding on the different type of FICO models that are out there. Also, I'm going to give you my 2 cents on why your scores are different over in that bank, on why your scores are different over in that bank, and just give you a clearer picture on why your scores might be different depending on where you're going. So most banks are pulling the FICO 8, and the highest credit score you can have is an 850, and the lowest credit score you can have is a 300. That means you have 550 points to play with. So there are different factors that break up the FICO score, and I want you to understand that FICO score is broken up into 5 different factors, which is payment history is 35%, utilization is 30%, average age is 15%, credit mix is 10%, and the other 10% is new accounts. So once you understand that there are different factors of your credit score and that you can improve in each area of your credit score, now you'll be able to increase your credit score. So I know I always talk about the FICO 8 and I always talk about the FICO score, but there are new viewers, there are new subscribers, and I want you to understand on what's really going on your credit report. So when you're looking at your Experian app, your Credit Karma app, or whatever app that you have that you're looking at your credit score, you understand that you can improve in each area of your credit score. And all you got to do is once you understand your credit score, understand the factors of your credit score, now you understand how can I do this, how can I do that. And once you understand that you can do anything to improve your credit score, which is improving your payment history, which is improving utilization. If utilization is too high, you understand that you got to pay down your credit card to be able to increase your credit score. Your average age, if you don't have no age, you can go, if you're renting right now, you can go to Rent Reporters, Rental Karma. If you've been at your apartment for the last 2 years or whatever, you can put all that history, all that backdated history on your credit report. So now you're improving your payment history. Now you're improving your average age. If you have no type of, if you don't have a revolving account or you don't have no installment account, you can go ahead and get a revolving account, which is Open Sky or different places. You can go ahead. If you don't have an installment account, you can go to Self Lender or Credit Strong to basically improve that area of your credit mix. If you don't have no, if you have too many hard inquiries, you can go ahead and call in and get those hard inquiries removed. There are different ways to improve your credit score, and I just want you to have a better understanding on what's really going on your credit report. I know I talk about this a lot, but once you understand and get the basis of credit, of your actual credit score and understanding the factors of your credit score, now you can pass down this information and now you're not blindsided about when you go to actually apply for different banks or go here and go over there. And when you're trying to get approved for certain things, you understand that, yo, my credit score is good. I'm good on payment history. I'm good on utilization. I'm good on average age. I'm good on credit mix. I'm good on new accounts, right? I'm good on all these or hard inquiries. I'm good on all this. So I know that I'll get approved for this as long as you know that your credit score is good and that your credit profile is strong enough to be able to apply for anything that you want. So I just want you to understand, and then you'll be able to teach the next person over here, and teach and keep on teaching everybody, because I can't teach everybody. Well, I'm trying to teach everybody, but my message ain't going to be able to get to everybody. So if you're listening and you're watching this, now you can be able to do the same thing I'm doing by teaching people on when it comes to your FICO score and when it comes to your credit score, so people can now have a better understanding and be able to get approved for whatever they want. So when it comes to FICO 2, FICO 4, FICO 5, FICO 8, FICO 9, FICO 10, there are so many different FICO scores. I'm pretty sure I missed one, but there are a lot of FICO scores that are out there, and I want you to have an understanding on what FICO score is for what. So when it comes to lending or mortgage lending decision, they're using the FICO 2, the FICO 4, and the FICO 5. And those are the mortgage lending decisions when it comes to basing your credit score off of those FICO models. So whenever they are pulling your credit report or your credit score, they're basing their lending decision off of FICO 2, FICO 4, and FICO 5, right? FICO 2 is based off Experian. FICO 4 is based off of TransUnion, and FICO 5 is based off of Equifax. So anytime they're pulling your credit report, your credit score, they're basing the lending decision off of that. When it comes to auto lending, it all depends on what banks are pulling what. So most of the times they're pulling the FICO 8. Sometimes they might pull the FICO 5, and sometimes they might pull the FICO 2. It all depends on what the banks are pulling at that time when it comes to your actual, when it comes to the actual bank and their lending criteria and stuff like that. But then most of the time they're pulling the FICO 8. So just make sure, if you make sure that your credit score is good on payment history, your credit score is good on utilization, your credit score is good on average age, your credit score is good on credit mix, and your credit score is good on like not too many hard inquiries, you're going to be good when it comes to applying for anything, because as long as you're good in each area and your credit score is good in each area, then you're going to be able to get approved for anything that you want. But most of the times the different banks are pulling different FICO scores based off what they want to pull, right? And based off how much money, because when it's time to upgrade to the new, so most banks got the FICO 8 right now. Most banks don't have the new FICO model, which is the 9 and the 10, right? So most banks are having the FICO 8. So they usually just use the FICO 8 to pull or make lending decision. Even when it comes to credit cards, they're using the FICO 8 model when it comes to approving you for actual credit cards and stuff like that. So it all depends on what the banks have, or what system they have, or what FICO model they have, or what FICO model they're using. And most of the time they're not going to tell you until you actually apply, and then you see that they're pulling the FICO 8, or they're pulling the FICO 9, or they're pulling the FICO 10, or they might be pulling the FICO 5, or they might be pulling the FICO 2. It all depends on what they're using or what model they're using, and you're not going to know until you actually apply. So my best advice to you is to apply, and if you get this approved, you know how to remove the hard inquiry, because I talk about it. I show you how to remove it. You can watch my previous videos. I show you step by step on how to remove anything off your credit report, as long as it's negative, as long as it's hurting you, or whatever you have on your credit report is able to be removed because of the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Everything has to be 100% accurate on your credit report. If it's not, then it must be removed.